Hey, this is James. Welcome to the channel. I am the unofficial mayor of Cowboy Country, and I am so glad you are here. We have a ton of material to cover. Um, there's a reason why he's up there. So, congratulations to Utah for winning the Pac-12 championship. All right, first thing I want to do is cover Oklahoma State versus UConn. There were a lot of things I saw that I liked, and there were some things I didn't like. What I liked was Caleb Boone is the man. I think beyond a shadow of a doubt, right now, he's our number one guy. He went 5 of 12 from the field. He scored 15 points. He had 8 rebounds. It's just, there's a certain sense of, I want to call it comfort, but just trust that I know that when he's got the ball, he's going to score. Not more times than not. I like Wright in his ball handling. There was something about whenever he would bring the ball up, I knew that everything was going to be fine. I really liked Smith off the bench. Now, I don't like the fact that he had to play so much, but he was very aggressive. He was did a pretty good job. And let's just face facts. UConn has one of the best centers in all of college basketball. He's a bona fide stud. He's very difficult to guard. And I liked Asbury off the bench. 3 for 4 from the arc. He scored 11 points. He is going to be our long range shooter. Things I didn't like. I hate to pick on the guy because I've seen him grow as a player, but Cisse had no points. And yeah, he had 10 rebounds. That's great, but he had no points. Think about it. He's been averaging a double-double lately. We lost by 10. So had he scored 10 points, this would have been obviously a much closer game. Avery Anderson, yeah, he scored 14 points, but he was 5 of 13 from the field. I noticed that UConn, their center was playing far away from the basket to try to draw Cisse away from the rim so he wouldn't block a whole lot of shots. Well, why isn't Cisse and Boone need to be setting more picks? When you're running a half-court offense, the pick and roll works. I go all the way back to Malone and Stockton at Utah. And Bryce Thompson was 3 of 10. It's just, and he only had 8 points. So, like I said, there were some good things. There were some not so good things. Do I think that they're playing better than they did last year? Yes, I do. And that gives me hope. I think that with these new players coming in, it's going to take a little bit of a while to really have some good chemistry. But here's the bottom line is this. Here's the thing that gives me hope is that Coach played 9 guys in that game. So we've got more depth, and if one person's struggling, somebody else can step up and fill that gap. But clearly, Cisse cannot get in foul trouble like that. He's got to be smarter. He can't do the cheap reach-in fouls. That can't happen. So, anyway. I saw a video. I was trying to explain what I feel Oklahoma State needs as far as football is concerned moving forward. And by the way, I do want to congratulate the Utah Utes for winning the Pac-12 championship. Great job, guys. He's doing the hand thing. So, for now, he gets to be up there. So, Go Utes! Congratulations to them for winning the Pac-12. It clearly shows me that we need Utah and Colorado and Arizona State. And I know you're going to say, but James, Colorado hasn't been good in a while. Well, if they get Deion Sanders as their coach, they will recruit better, and they'll. And Arizona State gives you the Phoenix market. That's why they're so important. I mean, they're getting 1 million views each game that they play, each. So, anyway, but watching the Utah versus USC game and watching this video, I don't know the guy, but I'll tell you, watching some of his videos, I would recommend his channel. I'll put his name up there. His name is Brett Coleman, Kollman. And he did this really amazing video of where the spread offense came from and how the different teaching trees have been passed down. He talked about 3 different kinds of spread offenses. And I didn't think about it at first, but after he said it, it just made perfect sense. There's the pass first spread. And today you've got Mike Leach, you got Lincoln Riley, Sonny Dykes at TCU. They're pass first. You probably could even say Oklahoma State, but they're 60-40 pass. And then there's the run first spread, which people like Urban Meyer, Dan Mullen, Rich Rod, some of actually what West Virginia did when they put Green in at quarterback this year, especially that game against Oklahoma. When West Virginia beat the Sooners with Green as their quarterback, they were running an RPO run first spread. Okay? And then there was what he referred to as a hybrid model, and that's what I saw in Utah. Rising's a tough dude, and I like him. He's gritty, he's gutsy. I mean, he got lit up in this one hit where the defender actually was able to knock Rising's helmet off. They reviewed it. It wasn't considered targeting because he didn't lead with the crown. Actually, the defender did try to move his head a little bit so that he wouldn't hit with the crown of his helmet. I'm not a USC fan at all, but I'll say kudos to that player because he was trying to make a tackle and he was trying to do it in a way that wouldn't hurt the other guy. We want to tackle him, obviously, but we don't want to hurt people. So I say all of that to tell you this, and this is just my opinion. This is what I want moving forward. This is how I think Oklahoma State can take the next step forward. And Golden Blue Dude said this about West Virginia because Pat White and Major Harris, they have a history of mobile quarterbacks that have run that run first spread offense, and they've had success. I want Oklahoma State to implement that. Not the whole playbook, but some. So if Sanders does indeed come back for his COVID year, incorporate some of that run pass option style into the system. Now, if Sanders leaves, you could still run that style of offense using Gundy's son. Yeah, I still have a little bit of a cough left. It's annoying as heck. Either way, you can do the run pass option style. Heck, we did it. Oh my gosh, I forgot his name. But we had, not with Rudolph, Walsh, J.W. Walsh. we did an RPO style attack that we had a special package just for him when we got close to the end zone. I would like to see some of that with Spencer Sanders. I think that's the thing that Oklahoma State needs. I think we're a good football team. We had a lot of injuries this year. I understand that. I really do. There's absolutely nothing Coach Gundy could do about it. But the reason Utah won tonight is because they were more physical than USC. Of course, USC's defense wasn't very good, and they were tackling terribly. Literally, my understanding is Coach Riley has literally fired the entire defense. I don't think that was a smart move, but Utah won because they were physical. They were physical at the line of scrimmage. Their players were physical. They were running. They were attacking the defense. They weren't just running to avoid the defense. They were attacking them. And Rising, their quarterback, made some key runs to keep drives alive. Heck, you could say before he got hurt that USC was doing some of the same thing because Williams is a mobile quarterback too. So, in my opinion, moving forward, that thing's a little too high. Here, let me pull this down. Sorry about that. In my opinion, moving forward, Oklahoma State needs to run some RPO stuff. I know we do some, but I'd like to see more, especially once Spencer gets healthy. We got a couple weeks before the bowl game, whatever bowl game we go to, that we've got more. We've got time for him to get healed up. Let's run a run pass option. Use his legs to where if it's 3rd and 6 and all the receivers are covered, he can take off running, get the first down. Heck, if you're worried about him getting hurt, get the first down and slide. Because what will happen is the chains will move and then the clock will start again. So here's what I'm thinking. Number one, it's okay to have a 2-minute offense. And Spencer is very comfortable going 90 miles an hour. He runs that 2-minute offense really well. But you got to have a 4-minute offense when you have a lead. And I would say even a 6-minute offense where you are running the ball effectively. It's run pass option, so you don't know if the running back's going to get it or if the quarterback's going to take off with the ball. Oh yeah, Bill Snyder ran that really effectively in the 90s with Kansas State. And they do some with Adrian Martinez. I'd like to. Because Spencer Sanders reminds me of those types of athletes. Some people compare him to Russell Wilson, but I think he's more like a Major Harris. Or I wouldn't say he's like, no, I wouldn't say Pat White, but he reminds me a little bit of Major Harris. Bottom line is, I think he can be successful run or pass. And I just think we need to throw that wrinkle into the OSU offense. I'm not saying completely change everything. I'm just saying let's add that extra something so that when it is 3rd and 5 and all the receivers are covered, you can do that. Oh, and the other thing that I saw Utah doing really effectively, we absolutely have to do, is if you want to call him a cowboy back or a tight end, I don't care, but one of them needs to be effective to where if the outside receivers are covered, you got a guy in the middle that can catch the football and help you get a first down. Because that's what it's all about. OSU gets in trouble when they go 3 and out. You need to be able to keep moving the football. You need to be able to keep making first downs. My old high school football coach taught us a long time ago, and this is a weird way of looking at it, but if you think about it, it makes perfect sense. When you're out there on the field, the football field is 10 yards. You're like, well, obviously it's not 10 yards. You can see all the grass ahead of you. Just get the first down. Don't try to be Superman. Don't try to get it in 80 yards in one play. Get the first down. And when you move the chains, work on getting the next first down. And you start linking those together, now all of a sudden you're in their territory, you're in the red zone, you're within striking range of scoring. That's what Oklahoma State's got to do. We've got to be more consistent on third down. And I believe, beyond a shadow of a doubt, if we've got a good tight end, we can run pass option. Obviously, if everybody's covered, Spencer can take off, get the first down, move the chains. That's what we've got to do. So, obviously, if we do that, and our offense has the ball more, gives our defense time to rest, they get back on the field, they're recovered, they're fresh. They can go after the quarterback like they got their ears pinned back and just go after it. So, anyway, I will do a video tomorrow covering the rest of the bowl championship, or the bowl championships, conference championships. If you are new to the channel, please hit like and subscribe. By the way, as a side note, if I say something that you don't agree with, that's okay. We don't have to agree on everything. I keep hoping that more and more people will subscribe to the channel, and I noticed the number went down. And it's like, why unsubscribe? I mean, I'm not trying to say things that I would consider controversial. I try to be respectful of most of the other teams in the Big 12, even that guy. I hated going to Norman and losing, but as far as the stadium is concerned, I thought it's a pretty good stadium. And I appreciate the fact that they've got a war memorial. Remember, I'm a veteran. Okay? So, you're not going to hear me humming Boomer Sooner anytime soon. But, I had to give them kudos for at least the fan experience and the stadium. The new area where they bowled in that end zone, they did a pretty good job. Whoever designed that was pretty cool. What I'm trying to do when I look at other stadiums is try to figure out what can we do at Boone Pickens Stadium to make things better. And yes, I do like the fact that they're going to do $55 million of renovations on Boone Pickens Stadium. That's a good thing. Somebody made a comment and I forgot to respond to it. But yes, by all means, that is a good thing. So, if I say something that you don't agree with, that's okay. We don't have to agree on everything, okay? There's plenty of room here for a wide variety of opinions. I'm sure there are fans from other schools that watch this channel. That's okay. You don't have to agree with me on everything. Just don't unsubscribe, please. We're trying to grow the channel. I don't need to take 2 steps forward and 3 steps back. That would be horrible. But anyway, from the bottom of my heart, for those of you who do watch and have subscribed, I want to say thank you. And as always, go Pokes. So I will see you here tomorrow with the results of the conference championships. Until then, bye.